This podcast is rated R for restricted. Under 17 requires accompanying parent or adult guardian.
Mission 250.
Welcome to the Mission 250 Filmcast, where we are watching the best movies ever made, according to IMDb. Our website is mission250filmcast.com, where the list is frozen and you can see what movies are coming up next and all of the older episodes as well. I am one of your hosts, Denny, and joining me are...
John?
And,
Whoa, this is dramatic.
you know.
You don't even need to mention your name.
Yeah,
No.
I know.
No. We'll chart out the notes.
Oh, we
on.
know.
Okay, so we're moving on. This week, we're watching number 87, which is the 1984 movie Amadeus, directed by Milos Forman. The synopsis is: the life, success, and troubles of Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, as told by Antonio Salieri, the cantankerous composer who is insanely jealous of Mozart's talent and claimed to have murdered him.
The what?
Contemporaneous.
The fire thing.
Contemporaneous? Is that the word?
My microphone's in the way. I'm going to blame it on my microphone being in the way.
Okay. I'm not stupid. It's the equipment.
Exactly.
Anyway,
I'm being
That makes
obscured
sense.
in the face.
yeah.
It makes sense.
Yeah. This week is my turn to go first.
Oh, good. Thank
Go.
God for that.
Oh.
Danny, go. Danny, go.
Danny, go. Huh?
I like this song. I thought about singing this entire episode in piano notes, bringing a piano in and kind of just
and
for
lots
every-
of scales, maybe?
Yeah.
Well,
little
that's a
scales,
skill.
little
That's-
rudimentaries,
Yeah.
maybe some
Oh.
arpeggios, some,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, I thought that would have been really entertaining given that you're tone deaf.
All right. Da, da, da,
Just 'cause I
da,
play the
da,
drums.
da, 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 da. I
It
just
goes
did
boom,
12
whack,
scales.
boom, whack,
Da,
boom,
da,
whack.
da, 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 da. Yeah, that was it. That was
That's
it. You nailed it. You nailed
Yeah,
it.
that's
Yep.
right.
Yeah.
Or just
Yeah.
let's listen to the Animal Collective album.
Ooh, yeah.
Hey,
Are you saying they're tone deaf? How dare you?
That's just melodic chanting, Denny. It's not me. Anyway, okay.
Wow,
sorry.
he's using this movie to diss the Animal Collective.
That's
I like
really
it.
fucking, that's an unappreciated dig there, John.
Where have they been anyway? I haven't heard of them for a while.
Because their new album sucked. That's why, John.
That's it.
Oh, okay. See?
They made a soundtrack to the Baltimore Aquarium and they released it as Animal Collective, and everyone was like, what the fuck?
It's like, what if
What does that even
we
mean?
say the same thing 200 times in one song? No, we did that last time.
Ah, shit, you're right. How did I forget that? God damn it.
Oh, you didn't listen to their album 2 albums after that album where
Right.
they all talked at the same time and it was like way too fast and way too much.
Oh my God.
Oh, it's almost like this movie. Yeah.
Well,
We're really living up
let's
to
see.
it.
We are talking about this movie. I'm supposed to go first,
Lots
huh?
of dumb shit,
Yeah,
huh?
yes, go.
TC didn't like
Yeah.
this movie? John, did you like this movie?
Oh, yes, but I also
Oh,
hate it.
wow.
I'm also angry.
Really? Oh, because
I
it's
hate
fake?
this movie.
So,
Mhm.
you TC
This
hated it?
movie's.
I freaking love
Yeah.
this movie,
Yeah.
man. I was laughing the
This
entire
movie's
freaking
terrible.
movie. This is a goddamn... Yeah, that was
Well,
funny.
What is with the
I
laugh?
think-
I don't understand the laugh.
No,
What's
no.
with the laugh? Doesn't make any sense.
They left out the scene where Wolfgang walks into the room and there's all of his friends and they say, "Look, Wolfgang, sit down, Wolfgang. Look, we're your friends, Wolfgang, and listen, you're really talented. We love you. You're a lot of fun, but listen, you laugh like a hyena." Like either other hyenas would like be upset with you. They would, if you were a hyena, the hyenas would have an intervention for you, like we're trying to have one now.
Dude, I loved it, man. I'm not going to lie. I thought it was hilarious. Every time he did it, I was
Oh.
laughing.
I don't understand what the point of it is.
I think it's just supposed to be funny.
I think they were getting ready. They were writing the Joker then. That's what it was.
Oh, you picked up on that too?
Oh,
I thought-
yeah. Like, dude,
Oh.
how much? What are you going to pull from the whole fucking movie? Jesus Christ, dude.
Oh. Which
Yeah,
Joker is that?
The,
Is there a
the new
new one,
Joker now.
the Phoenix.
Oh, the new, does he laugh like that in the new one? Oh, that's more like
Timmy
the,
Buckles on the fucking.
yeah. Oh man.
Fucking ridiculous. This movie. You really like this movie, Danny?
Dude, I thought it was
All right,
great.
I'm going to wait.
I thought it was great. I mean,
Oh,
I'm
Jesus.
surprised you didn't like it. That
Oh,
was
my God.
literally laughing
Oh.
the entire time, and there were some parts.
Well, there's some definitely not funny parts, Denny. Like not a
yeah.
comedy, really.
I thought some of the
that whole,
Salieri
like-
parts where he was describing how he felt about the music were like pretty good. I didn't necessarily connect with any of the characters, but I found enough entertaining in like the sets and the cinematography and really, dude, I thought this was a comedy, like straight up. I was laughing from the beginning to the end.
This is my biggest issue. Anyways,
He
go ahead,
dies,
yeah.
man. The dude is slowly wasting
Who
away,
cares?
dying in front of your eyes.
Yeah, no,
and
go
you're-
ahead.
Yeah.
I didn't care about him at all. I thought it was just,
Oh.
I don't know. The acting was pretty good. I thought that, F. Murray Abraham was
Yeah.
really good a lot of the time.
Oh,
And then like
yeah,
sometimes he just didn't do anything, which was great because he wasn't supposed to be. He didn't like ham it up the entire
No. He
movie.
was like, he's like very reserved. It was great because of how reserved he is.
Right.
Like in most of the scenes, because that's how you're supposed to act in his position.
And he does a
right?
really
So-
good job of portraying appreciating music a lot. Like you
Mhm.
can tell from his acting that this character he's playing loves music more than anything else.
Yeah. Right.
And just like listening to him talk about it while you're listening to the music made me appreciate the music a lot too while it was playing. And I really liked it. Like all the music in the movie, I really liked. I liked it how they edited it together where they would be talking about the music and you'd be hearing the music and you'd be seeing them play it. I thought the piano playing in the movie was pretty damn good. It looked real. Like it looked like he was actually playing the piano and they would focus on
Right.
his fingers. That was pretty impressive. And I don't know, man. I laughed the entire time. There was,
When he dies,
Some of this-
that's funny, right? When he's wasting away, that's hilarious.
I didn't really care.
He's
that part.
like dead, and his wife finds him dead.
I was laughing at
in
the
the
end
bed.
when the guy was being wheeled to the crazy person house and he was like, giving
I thought
like,
that was terrifying to me.
really?
Yeah,
I was
how
like,
they're
this guy
how they-
is
how they treat
ridiculous.
other people with mental illness. There's like a guy in a cage. There's guys like chained by the neck to the wall. That's all terrifying.
Yeah, but I didn't think it was played seriously. I thought it was,
Oh,
I don't know.
no,
like
I didn't know. I didn't see that. I saw that. I don't know. It seemed to be serious to me, but
I thought the whole, like the feeling I got from this movie is that it was making fun of this time. Like it was making
Really?
fun of the outfits. It was making fun of the way people acted.
Let's
It was making fun of
see.
like how there's like the proper people, but it's like all just
IMDb
ridiculous.
genres: biography,
See, yeah.
drama, history,
This is,
music.
It's not a biography
There's-
either, though.
There's 4. I know. I'm just saying. There's 4 genres there, and not one of them says comedy. I'm just
Sounds
saying.
like nobody knows
What
what this
I'm
movie is.
doing.
I was sitting there
Just
going,
trying to
I don't
say,
know what
though.
this movie's supposed to be. I
Right.
don't know if I'm supposed to laugh at it. I don't know if I'm supposed to enjoy it. I don't know if I'm supposed to fucking pay attention to it. I don't know if I'm supposed to take this seriously.
What do I
Is this
do,
serious?
movie?
Is
Tell me what to
is this
do.
movie? This movie doesn't know what the fuck it's doing. It is so fucking all over the place. This movie was such a bore.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
man. God, I can't say. I want to knock him the fuck out every time I heard that stupid laugh. It didn't make any sense. What's the point of it?
It was funny.
I don't understand.
It
What
was
is the point
funny.
of this whole movie? There's
Funny.
no point to this movie.
It was
This movie
funny.
is pointless.
It was a comedy.
This movie is not a comedy.
It's a comedy.
No,
It was dude, I couldn't tell you that because I thought it was serious. I'm like, this movie's. I guess maybe I'm missing this because it's supposed to be serious.
I'm
That's what
confused
I
now
thought.
too. I thought it was. I was
I thought
laughing.
I was. I
for
thought I
over
was
2
missing
hours.
shit.
Some
Because
people
I'm
will
like,
happily
am I not
say-
taking this seriously? Am I supposed to be taking this as a joke? I can't
Yeah.
tell. This is supposed to be serious, right? It seems to be serious. Now they went on a serious subject. They want me to be serious. What am I supposed to do here? I don't know I don't know what this movie wants from me. I can't take this.
They've
movie. This
disappointed
movie
the
was miserable.
movie.
This movie's
TC.
Disagree.
Wow.
Oh man, I could never watch this movie again. I would never tell anyone to watch this movie.
That's one of the things I
Really?
was thinking when I was
And I
watching it.
wanted to love this. I'm a musician. I wanted to love. I'm like,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
story of Mozart. Okay, now so then I'm like, is this National Geographic? Is this boring because it's National Geographic? Like I'm supposed to like learn the history? Nope, no, it's not about the history. Then there'd be parts where I'm just like, I don't understand what this fucking movie's supposed to be. I don't get it. Because it leads you on, like, is it a comedy? Is it serious? Is it not? I couldn't tell you. Sometimes I'm like, the fucking acting and dialogue was so bad. I'm like, this is Monty Python, right? Like, we're at that level.
Really?
And then it'll be like the next scene, I'm like, this is very serious. I don't know. What the fuck? I can't tell if this is South Park or if this is fucking like NPR. I don't know what's going on with this movie.
I'm so confused.
I'm so
looking it up now.
confused.
I thought it was a comedy.
Well, I was looking around. I'm seeing some people calling it a tragedy comedy. So there you go, Danny.
I don't know what it's supposed
But
to
you're not getting the tragedy at all.
No, I didn't really care so much about the. I mean, I knew he was going to die. This movie's made in like, it's the 1800s or whatever it is. 1700s? I have no idea. But it's in the past. Everyone's already dead. Who gives a shit? I know they're going to die. It depends on
It
how
was
long.
a time. It was a time when people like looked at people play harpsichord. I mean that's a long time ago. I don't know. Put it
I
the
mean,
other way.
there's fart jokes. There's like 2 butt jokes in this movie. How is that not a
Yeah.
comedy?
Yeah, well, Mozart
I
also
know,
had
but
like
that's very
he had songs called "Lick My Ass." I mean, he actually did. He had a
He
pretty
had a song
dirty
called
sense
"Lick
of
My
humor.
Ass."
Yeah, yeah.
Really?
Wow. Good for him.
Breaking ground.
Good
Good
for
job,
him. Breaking ground, yeah.
Wolfgang.
Yeah, it's setting up jokes for the rest of us now. I like it.
I'm looking at my search, just Amadeus comedy, and all of the search things are like Amadeus.
This
and
movie
at the bottom
was
it says
so long.
missing
You
comedy.
like this movie?
Yeah.
How did you fucking watch this movie?
Yeah,
I would
it's
never want
actually
to sit there.
it was, by the way. There's like this is from Mendel Flux, the top dirty songs in Mozart. It's number 1 is "Lick Me in the Ass Quickly, Quickly," and so on.
quickly. Maybe that's what the laugh is. Yeah.
Yeah, the other ones aren't as fun, just right out of the box, but they're all kind of body sort of stuff.
Oh man, I
Fucking
thought
movie
I thought I
sucked.
connected with people who voted this movie the movie of the year, but they all thought it was serious. I'm
Oh,
so
yeah.
confused now.
Well,
this
no,
movie was-
tragedy comedy say the guy did die and waste away and was kind of if you buy the story at all that he's a boy prodigy trained relentlessly by his father who never really grew up and yet is just haunted by his father and
But you would
is,
compare, say, like the Haunted by Your Father. If you're going to compare it to something like Fanny and Alexander, that was not funny. I thought
I
the
mean,
cut where like
But
his father
that's what
dies.
I'm saying. Like, what do we compare it to? Something
Yeah.
serious.
Right.
I don't get it.
No, but I think
Right.
there's a comedy because the way his father dies is it like does 3 quick cuts. It's like he's choking. There's the cross or something, and he's in the grave.
No. That's Salieri, not
Right.
Amadeus' father.
But that was
funny.
played for
I
laughs,
agree.
right?
No, it was played for. Yeah, no. Salieri's sort of bit is kind of wry humor, and he's lost his mind, and so he's just really dark. But it's like dark humor. I mean, on Salieri's part, I'm talking about the Amadeus part. The Mozart one, how he dies is sad.
Well, yeah, but
if you buy it, the things that
20
happen,
minutes of
those
the
are-
movie.
you know,
I know,
guys-
movie.
But those are
this movie
sad
sucks.
things,
Eh,
right?
I didn't really care.
Yeah, you didn't care.
Yeah, see, no one cares.
Yeah.
Movie sucks.
I didn't.
This movie fucking blows. 3 hours long, my ass. Jesus Christ.
Did you not appreciate the
How
crazy
much money are
stage
you
play
going to
stuff?
spend? How much money are you going to spend on a movie that doesn't matter? Jesus Christ, dude.
What would you guys guess this? I mean, it seemed like it was extremely expensive to make.
Too much. Is
There's
the
a
answer
lot
to
of
that question.
costumes.
I would say 50.
50 million?
I'm going with like 20.
Yeah, 20.
20.
It was 80s. It was the 80s.
Why doesn't Box Office
yeah.
Mojo have this information on here?
I don't know.
That's
Amadeus.
useless.
Must go to the Wikipedia page.
Oh, jeez. Probably find some
Whoa.
other useless info.
$18 million.
Okay, 20. I was
gee,
there.
yeah,
Boom.
damn.
Nice.
Good
Bingo.
guess.
Boom. This movie sucks.
Wow. All right.
And I'm out.
Easy.
They only filmed it in 4 sets. Like everywhere else was an actual location. So that might
Oh,
have
you
saved the
really?
money.
You couldn't tell me that happened?
You thought that was
Cheapo
obvious?
Depot?
I thought
Yeah,
it was,
sets look like shit.
they're not sets. They're real locations.
Oh, great. They look like shit too. I don't know.
It's just
This fucking movie sucks.
Oh,
I'm just hating it all the way through.
that's sad.
I don't know how you like this movie.
I'm second guessing myself now because I didn't find it serious at all.
I think it's great. I like this movie a lot, but I really am pissed off about how it's historically entirely inaccurate.
You don't think it's
But-
inaccurate, so over the top enough where it kind of puts itself in like an Inglourious Bastards
No.
category?
No, because it's not. I guess you can kind of say that. I don't know, but it doesn't feel like it because it also just gets a bunch of things like factually wrong that it doesn't need to get wrong, and its essential premise is wrong too. I think I can see what you're saying, Denny, in that it's kind of they make just like making his life laugh over the top and things like that. And Salieri.
Well, I mean,
sort
the
of
main
over the top.
conflict between them didn't
Right.
exist, and that's what the movie is.
Right.
So just like
Right.
at the
I know.
baseline, it's like this movie is completely made up.
Yeah. But you might, if you don't bother looking it up, you could walk
I
away
didn't know that.
thinking that Salieri is this terrible person when he actually was quite well liked.
But the thing is, this
actually
movie
was
is
quite
based on a
famous.
book written by like a Russian guy way back when these guys were actually alive, and that used to be something they used to do because they were so famous back then that you could make up fictitious stories about these
Oh,
real people,
I
and
thought it was
everybody
like
would know.
shortly after he died that Russian book came out. No,
Is that what it was? It was close. It was like 200
Like a
years ago
Russian
or
play,
something.
yeah,
But then
yeah.
some guy now who might be dead now, but he back in the 80s wrote a play or a stage
Right,
play
right.
based on that
Well,
book.
well, because
and this
they really
movie's
love
based
the
on that.
and they like the idea, which I really like too, is this idea of you're somebody who isn't talented but really wants to be good at something but just doesn't cut it. And then you can have somebody come along who has more just natural talents, and Mozart surely did. Even in truth, he was like just good from 4 years old. He was amazingly talented at music, and he had an amazing like ability to remember and transcribe music. And I mean, amongst other things, it doesn't sound like his relationship with his father was all that bad, and it wasn't like his father like drilled it into him and made him a prodigy. It's more like, yeah, well, this is what the kid can do. All right, let's go.
Yeah.
Certainly he worked with the kid to do it. But yeah, I don't know. I think that that contrast is really interesting to think of someone who might have worked really hard and is just not that good, and comparatively, somebody who comes along who's like a once in a lifetime or once in several lifetimes genius at it, and how you deal with that, how you just like, man, I want to be really good at this. I love music, and he conveyed that so well as a character. I want to be able to create this stuff. I'd give anything to be able to do it, and I've devoted my whole life to it. And here comes this idiot, this annoying, impolite, crass, and yet he does it. And that contrast is what is really interesting to me. And I've always liked that about music too. I think that in some ways, I don't know. In some ways, it like gives you this, I don't know, it gives me this odd hope for anybody that you might have somebody who maybe they're a complete jerk in person, but they could still do something amazing.
Why do you want these jerks
really
to be
beautiful.
doing good stuff, John? Come on.
I know. Well, the good people could do good stuff too. I don't care. But to me, there's something also really amazing that even it's not like perfect people that create this perfect stuff. It that can happen too. But that I don't know, for all your flaws or whatever, you can somehow turn that into something beautiful that's unique that other people might not be able to pull off. I don't know. I think that's pretty cool.
I like that too. I think it's mostly just because I'm jealous of that ability. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, I know. And so that whole narrative, I think, is really interesting. And I think that F. Murray Abraham, FMA,
FMA.
What is the F? What the hell, F? Why do you have to go? I'm F. No. What's your name?
First name is Furry, but he got made fun of
Furry?
calling Furry Murray in elementary school, so they abbreviated the F.
What the hell is your name? F. Why? Come on.
How do you spell that? EF.
Yeah. No, just F. What's your first name? F. What do you mean? F. What are you making fun of me here? No, it's F. Here,
not your best one-man comedy show, John. Not the best.
Now,
I'm trying, man. I got it. Somebody's got to try to entertain her. What's his first name? I want to know what his first name is. Anyway,
maybe he doesn't want you to know.
F. Murray Abraham was born Murray Abraham.
Oh, of course.
He added the F.
What an asshole.
What a dick. I don't like that guy.
Abraham added F to, this is from Wikipedia, thank you. Abraham added F period to his stage name in honor of his father, Farid.
What is his father's name?
Farid, Fahrid.
Yeah.
He has stated that Murray Abraham just doesn't seem to say anything. It's just another name, so I thought I'd frame it. How very actor-like of him.
Yeah, he's kind of right though, because it's way more memorable. F. Murray.
Yeah,
Abraham.
it is. It does work, and then you have to, and it's you have to say the whole thing.
Yeah.
You have to say FM.
Got to say a lot of words.
No, so there you go. It sticks. Anyway, he was very good. Good job, F. Murray.
He
Abraham.
was. Do you think he was better than Tom Hulce?
Well, it's hard to say. It's a different character. I think I liked Hulse playing sort of the kid. Outrageous laugh aside, which Nikki thought it sort of killed it, just made it too over the top, so that he wasn't that likable. But I thought his childishness was played really well. And that just is like, he's this kid that didn't grow up. And when he, the way he would like talk to his dad, call him Papa, I just thought it was very childlike. I thought it was well done. So yeah, I like this. The funny thing, well, not the funny thing, because nothing I say is funny, but whatever. I got to watch the mistake edit of the movie.
What does that mean?
I'm sure you guys haven't seen this.
Mistake edit?
Well,
mistake edit.
I don't know how to call this. The mistake version of the film. This is when you bought the DVD a long time ago and you forgot that DVDs can have two sides. And you look at the one side and it says widescreen. So you think, because it has two sides encoding on it, you're like, oh, I must have gotten a DVD that has a widescreen on one side and not widescreen on the other. So you put the widescreen in. You start the movie and you think, wow, I saw this movie a while ago. I seem to think it told like the early years first, but no, it's starting right into Salieri telling the priest, I'm going to kill him. And then it goes from there and he dies. And then you think, wow, that was a shorter movie than I remembered, because I only watched half the movie starting in that middle half because I had the disc. It was a two-sided DVD. And so I flipped it over. And then I got to watch the first half of the movie. And I actually liked it better watching the first half last. So this is the way you should
Weird.
watch Amadeus.
That's
Oh,
super
man.
weird.
This goes to show you how irrelevant watching this movie is, period.
Yeah, John, you've got proving
Yeah,
the correct point here.
Yeah, yeah.
It was.
Yeah, hey, you
I know.
can watch it from the halfway
You
point
can
on it. You're not
just
gonna know
rewind
the
it
difference.
at one time
That's how
speed.
boring it is. Yeah, you're just gonna watch this movie. It
Because
sucks.
part of it, a good chunk of the movie is retrospective. So you
When is
do,
the
like-
middle? When does it end? Like if you watch it that way, when does the end?
So it ends right as he's starting to get sick and his performances fail. So right as like his second opera fails,
Hilarious.
and Salieri is like talking to the priest, and right before he's like has the big like that's how do you kill a man? That's how he starts. So it's really cool that what in my edit. The
backwards, watching it backwards. The best part was
that's right.
Yeah.
I'm a better director.
Yeah, right. You start with the second half. You know.
Yeah. So
Right.
in my cut, this is the way. This is
Yeah,
the
director's cut.
Yeah, it's the John
Yeah.
John cut.
Sure, John cut.
Release. Anyway,
Yeah.
it starts with it opens with no credits and Salieri talking right to the priest about how it's one thing to think about killing a man and imagine it, but it's another thing to actually do it. And it's a great opening.
Great.
Anyway.
By great, you mean great middle of the movie.
You mean fucking wasted
great
time.
opening. I was like, wow, that was really powerful. And there were no
Yeah.
titles, no nothing. That was really cool. Just jump right into the action. there.
Wow.
I'm not sure what that says about the movie or your ability to review a movie. Or
You can watch it backwards and it
I'm
doesn't
just
matter.
saying, I was happy with how it turned out.
There's a way you can watch this where it's actually more interesting, where you start with the second half.
Yeah.
That's
all right.
what I do is I watch every scene
Yeah.
in forward order, but backwards in number.
Sure.
Yeah, that's
Start
right.
with scene 22.
So then, if I think about it, the historical inaccuracy and how they could have had a disclaimer or something, but they don't want it. They want to like allow people to think this might be actually.
They want to confuse you because they can't take a fucking lane. They can't pick a lane.
Right. Well, or at least to some extent to have you think that, that Salieri did poison him and felt guilty. Now, Salieri did he kind of lost his mind, was kind of delirious when he was older and said he poisoned Mozart. So there was that. But then he recanted when he came to his senses. So, you take that for whatever it is. But otherwise, yeah, it sounded like Salieri was not celibate. He had 8 kids. He was a pretty humorous guy. He loved to joke, apparently. He was very well regarded then. I mean, but it doesn't
he did
mean
like
he
sweets.
wasn't-
That was true. That little part
Yeah.
of his character.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
So,
You got to really pick and choose with the true parts in this movie.
he trained Mozart's son after Mozart died. And so they were they weren't necessarily the best of buddies forever, but they were colleagues. So to take a movie and decide to paint a pretty awful picture of somebody who actually lived however long ago seems kind of annoying. It annoys me. It's like you didn't have to do this. But yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. There's something. This movie, for some reason, to me at least, feels less like something like, say, The Imitation Game, where it treads the line enough and it kind of, I don't know. It just seems different to me. Do you not think this one seems different? Just the way
It does kind of. But I am annoyed. I am still annoyed. I mean, it's just.
Why isn't Glorious Bastards okay then?
So, but Inglourious Bastards doesn't it's so over the top. It doesn't happen. It didn't happen that way, right? So, and it wasn't really necessarily.
I thought I don't know the story of Mozart, but I thought this one was too over the top.
I thought this was no
that's
way
true.
this was real. That's what I thought the whole time.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty obvious that it's so ridiculous that
But
then
now you can understand my confusion because I thought it was a serious movie.
That's why I thought it was a comedy, because I was like, all right, they're taking people that are real and they're doing ridiculous things with them.
See, this is a big gripe then. This is no good.
I thought it was
There
pretty
shouldn't
good. I wish more movies did that.
There shouldn't be two people completely confused at what the story's about.
Yeah,
It's not supposed to be what it's about. Yeah, come on. Even if everyone disagrees with what it's about, at least they know what they're saying. I don't even know what this fucking movie's about.
It's about life and music and God and friendship and betrayal and love.
Creativity and orchestra, if you will.
It's about everything, man.
Yeah, right.
It's one of those
sure.
Oscar movies that touches it all, you know?
Oh, and just waste 3 hours of our time doing
Exactly. Yes.
so. God damn it.
I feel like TC wants the 250 question now, but we're not going to give it to him. Oh, no. It's not the way we roll.
Can we hurry this up? Is this over yet?
Did you guys ever see Dig?
No.
It's a movie. I was
Dig.
trying to find if there were sort of more real life references of somebody who's really
Dig.
talented having a rivalry with somebody who worked hard but wasn't so talented. But it was a documentary about the Dandy Warhols and the Brian Jonestown
Oh
massacre.
yeah, that was an annoying documentary.
It was annoying.
That
Yes,
guy was
it
such an asshole.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, that sounds good. Seems like
But it
He basically
was-
sabotaged the band because I don't know. I have actually no idea why. He just did it because he's an asshole, I think.
Yeah. But he was talented to some extent. But whatever.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah, that's all I
Well,
got. I was
Brian
trying to find something
Jonestown
like that.
Massacre.
Yeah.
I got some good stories about this movie. The
Go.
stories
Oh,
might be
do
better.
you now?
They might be better
Yeah.
than the movie to you, TC. You never
Yeah.
know.
All right, let's
Oh,
try
that's
let's try to turn to a happy corner for a while. Come on,
I'm
TC.
in
Come
a
on.
happy corner.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm in a happy.
They had 1,263 auditions for all of the roles. That's a lot
Wow.
of freaking people. And the lady they had cast as the main woman in this movie, I forget her name, but you know what I'm talking about? Mozart's wife there.
Yeah.
The person who was supposed to be her snapped a ligament in her leg the day before the first day to shoot playing soccer. So they had to find somebody else immediately. They basically they flew to the United States because they were filming in Prague at the time, I think. So they flew to the United States because they wanted everyone to have American accents in the movie. That was just like a stylistic decision. It's like, don't worry about, learning these, whatever accent you're supposed to have. We're all just being American accents so you can focus on the acting. But they went to America, United States, found 3 women. They tried out 2 of them. They wanted to bring over to Prague for screen tests that were supposed to last a day. At the end of the day, they're like, we can't decide, come back tomorrow. And the next day, can't decide, come back tomorrow. They filmed for a week where every day was a screen test. So the people didn't have any extra clothing. They thought it was going to be a day trip. So that was weird for them. But at the very end, they still couldn't decide of that week. And the woman they picked, they told her they picked her because the other woman was too pretty and would have been too distracting.
Oh, hey, by the way, you're the
So-
perfect amount of ugly. Does that work for you?
That's what they said. And she was being interviewed. She was like, well, at least I got to be in the movie.
Hey, it's a job.
Yeah. And like, oh, that sucks.
Hey, why'd they pick you? Because I'm ugly, actually.
I didn't think she was that ugly.
Womp
No.
womp. No,
She was
in
like, she's kinda
comparison to
odd
whatever
looking.
I just meant in their
Yeah. She doesn't look like
threshold,
a model, but she was like, she was attractive.
yeah.
Could have been the
she's-
dresses, though. You never know. Very distracting
Hey,
in those dresses.
Beggars
that's-
can't be
that
choosers,
was-
am I right?
yeah,
You know.
She actually popped out of her dress a bunch of times doing the crawling around in the rug scene.
I could imagine.
Yeah, I'm surprised she didn't in the movie. But
That must have been happening all the time back then, the way things were, their boobs were all pushed up.
were
It's
they
like,
really that pushed
boing.
up? I thought that was a part of the comedy, just like
I
exaggerating
think
how much
that's
they were.
all it was.
Yeah.
Really?
I think so.
Milos, the director, was not allowed to be in Vienna because he used to be a filmmaker there, and he made some controversial film, and they
They
banned him
made
from
a
the
bad
country.
film.
Yeah.
They won't let you go back
It
there
was
and
like
make
an
a bad film.
anti-country film.
You're having a bad
So
time.
then he had to go there and negotiate with the government to be like, hey, I'm going to come back and film this movie.
Oh, wow.
And people knew that was happening. And for some reason, they tried to sabotage them multiple times throughout the set. They got permission, obviously, to film in a lot of actual locations, which is, a lot of the places. The coolest set they actually filmed it, a lot of it was real, but the coolest one was where they were, one of the ending musicals. I'm an idiot. I don't know Mozart. I forget what the name of it is, but it's like a 6-level theater. It shows towards the end, there are balconies for 6 rows stacked on top of each other. That was the original theater that Mozart played in to actually debut the song he plays in the movie.
Huh.
Which is pretty sweet.
Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
some of the people on set who knew that were crying when they filmed the movie, which is, settle down, guys, but still, they were moved. It's kind of sweet. Old Sally area is 4.5 hours every morning. You had to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, sit in the chair for 4.5 hours to get the little old guy makeup.
Whoa.
And they filmed
Whoa.
him like that. Those old man scenes were just over 3 weeks.
That's a long time in
Yeah.
a chair. One
He
chair.
said,
Oof.
so he had contact lenses in too. I didn't notice when I
Right.
was watching it, but his eyes were pretty foggy.
Yeah, your eyes are bloodshot and
Yeah.
foggy. They
It looks
they
cool once I noticed
scary.
it, but I didn't notice it. His teeth were all really fucking gross and stuff. The makeup was pretty good.
Right.
And he says once he was in all that makeup, he didn't really have to act. He was just
He
like,
felt
just
old
like-
and
because he
tired.
felt old.
Yeah.
Yeah. He looked at himself in the mirror and he's like, all right, I got this made. I can fucking do this.
I'm done. I'm tired as fuck already.
And I thought that his best acting was when he was the old guy, personally. It bordered on melodramatic, but I thought it was
Yeah.
pretty good.
Oh, I thought it was all good though, because again, I liked how he was restrained. While he's hating the guy and wanting to kill him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
During the music scenes, they pre-recorded all of the music so they'd either blast the song on speakers on set or they'd give everyone earpieces and have them listen to it. So, and also like they practiced Hules, I think is how you say his name, the guy who plays Mozart, practiced 4 hours a day for 6 months to learn all of the songs he plays on the piano. So he like really knows how to play those songs. And people say like, musicians who study this movie or whatever, who slow it down and to see if he's actually hitting the right keys and stuff. And he is, which is pretty impressive because the guy is not a piano player. He's playing Mozart. We didn't mention this movie might compete with Fanny and Alexander in terms of number of candles in a movie.
Oh, no. Fanny and Alexander had so many more.
Dude, did you see that theater scene where all the chandeliers had candles in them?
Yeah, but Fanny and Alexander had wall-to-wall candles.
I don't know, dude. I think we should do a counting contest.
Yeah,
Wall-to-wall candles.
Wall-to-wall candles, and then they had chandeliers.
Indisputable wall-to-wall candles.
Yes.
Yeah.
So they had the scene where they were filming it in that super old 200-year-old theater I mentioned before. It's a wooden structure, and everybody's fake wigs is super flammable, and they have thousands and thousands of candles dangling above people's heads. So it was like a 3-day shoot. They were afraid that the whole thing was just going to, erupt in fire and kill everyone working on the movie and all the extras. They had 50 firemen standing outside on standby.
That seems more real than this movie was supposed to be.
It's always when I see these movies, like, man, did things just burn down all the time back there? Back then,
it seems like it might have.
Probably.
Yeah.
Were they extra
Firefighters
careful?
have been heroes. Firefighters have been heroes for so long because they've been doing that shit since the beginning of the time.
Yeah, they didn't even have like fire engines with motors in them to shoot the water out. They were just like throw buckets.
We got little fucking whatever those things are. Those little mini donkey. They put the guy in the first thing they put them in like a.
Drag him down the street?
And then drag him down the street with a donkey.
Can you imagine dying that way? Just being outside?
How slow can we go with this? Yeah. That was the first firefighter. The guy was like, hey, we should do something that's better than this. They was like, hey, you're in charge of fire department now. He's
so
like,
what's the diagnosis on this man in the back of this donkey? Well, he slit his throat from ear to ear and he seems to be dying.
Yeah, he was dying, but you know what? He actually killed himself on the way because it was taking too long.
Well, he actually put on this nice
donkeys.
frock, and this frock is holding in all of his blood, and he seems to be okay now.
And that's when I said to myself, this has got to be a joke. And then the next scene was so serious. I'm like, is this serious? Did they use a donkey on purpose? Why am I watching a show?
It was for a joke. It was supposed to be funny.
I'm like, why am I watching a show where the donkey might be serious? This doesn't make any sense. It's just terrible. I hate this movie. That was like the first realization of just like how much I hated this movie.
I didn't know you had such a vendetta against donkeys.
I just didn't understand the donkey. If it's not going to be a clear joke, then why are we using it? But it was a joke. I missed it. That's where my head was.
I didn't think about the donkey for a second. I just figured it was cheaper
I was like,
than a horse.
there's no way anybody making a serious movie would use a donkey. Right? That's not a thing. Everyone knows they're slow. They're small. They're slow. They don't have any power behind them.
You want a Clydesdale to really drag your ass down the street as fast as possible.
We've seen the Budweiser commercials. Get the Clydesdale in here. Pull a fucking human. Let's go. We got nowhere to be.
Pull the fucking human horse.
Pull a human horse. This guy's dying. We got him on a thing. We just got to pull him. That's it.
I have a lot of trivia that I feel like will fall on deaf ears. So how about I review in general the special features of this movie?
Okay,
I guess. Go for it.
There's a making of. It's worth watching. It's better than the commentary track. It contains all the same information, and it's more concise, and you get to actually see behind-the-scenes stuff. Commentary track is just... It's not very good. It has the director and the screenwriter on it, and they don't really talk about the movie that much. It's really freaking strange. The making of had some good stuff, though. I mean, so the only direction he gave to the cinematographer was that he should make the blacks black and the skin toned. That's it.
Oh, isn't that interesting? How you should do that?
Yeah.
Hey, you know the thing you should do? The thing you should always do.
Apparently, that doesn't always happen, though. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, no, I understand that.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what humans should look like? The same skin tone that you and I have. Yeah.
Do you want purple people in your movie?
Yeah. Could you just make everyone's skin tone the skin tone that it is? Yeah, that'd be good.
Oh, wait, you're arguing with me that it's not easy enough for you there?
All right. Okay. If I need, I'll give you some notes. Make people look like people. How you go? How's it go?
Good job. You did it. You did your stupid job.
Good job. Good job.
The last thing I'll mention is they had secret police, following them around the entire time they were shooting this movie.
Why is that?
Because of Milos's previous, contentiousness with the government. They didn't like him. They didn't trust him. There were rumors that, I don't know who started, but some people said like they were going to film in these, revered theater locations, orgy scenes with Mozart in it. So they had like spies in the extra groups to see what they were actually doing because they didn't trust them, which is kind of weird.
That is weird.
Yeah. That's it. That's all I got.
Would not put it in the top 250. Next.
John, would you? Backwards. Would you put the second half and then the first half in the top 250?
Yeah, if you had to put this in order, would you still put it in the top 250?
I think I still would. Yeah.
Wow.
I would too, man.
Wow.
One of the thoughts I had after I was done watching it was like, I'm going to watch this movie again sometime soon.
Oh, man. One of the thoughts I had when it was over was, thank God that's over. I'm never watching that movie again. It's awesome.
Well, TC, at least, you know what? You do such a good job on a week-to-week basis watching these movies that you mostly hate. We're going to give you a good one next week. Are you ready for this one?
Oh.
Wow, what is it there, Bob?
Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
I'm crying already.
2004 movie directed by Michael
My
Gondry.
favorite fucking movie.
Do we want to do a thing? I want to hear TC. He's been talking about this one for a while. It's John's
I love
turn
this
next
movie.
week, but
No, TC can go first.
yeah, we'll do a little switcheroo there.
Oh, all right.
There you go. I want to hear him rant
Thanks,
about it.
John. Thanks,
Yeah.
John. I'm going to rant and moan about my feelings.
Nice.
I'm going to talk
Okay.
about things that make me upset. Oh, fuck you, Jenny.
Back when Jim Carrey was somebody that everybody loved. Aw.
Yeah. Yeah, back when he could really rock a
Well,
good
actually, let's
hat,
do the
you
new
know?
Sonic the Hedgehog movie next week.
I
How
was
about
gonna
that?
say he's been doing a good turn. That movie's been getting surprisingly good reviews.
And it's getting a lot of money, so hey, maybe
Yeah.
maybe it's not terrible.
Maybe.
I'm going to watch it someday.
I will
Right.
watch it on the airplane if it's available. That's for sure.
Oh yeah, that would be a great
Aw.
airplane movie.
The synopsis is: when their relationship turns sour, a couple undergoes a medical procedure to have each other erased from their memories.
Oh, what a sad thing if you could do that.
This one's got Buffalo in it. I feel like we haven't seen Buffalo in a while.
Oh, we got
always
John
good to see Buffalo.
Bryan.
We got
We've
freaking Frodo in
fucking-
here. Oh,
we
it's
got
good stuff.
everybody. It's such good. So you got feelings. We've got emotions.
You got Mary Jane. You
We've
got
got-
freaking Rose from Titanic.
We've got thought process. We've
David
got
Cross is in this movie.
charge.
I forgot about that. Okay, we're good. We're good. Yeah?
Fire.
Oh, yeah. Thank you for listening.
Oh, Grey Duck Theater. Don't forget the
Grey
Grey
Duck
Duck.
Theater.
Yeah, thanks to the Grey Duck Theater. Oh, I can give a brief mission or
Oh, yeah, we'll
IMDb
change on the
250
data.
update.
Yeah.
There's very little. So,
That's good.
Is it so, John, we can do it. This is up to you. Is it so little week to week that maybe we want to do it month to month? So it's actually like.
Yeah, it needs to. I need her to start running this month to month. So this is like let's not even do this one. So this is March 2nd, right?
And you're going to do it anyway, I can tell.
He's going to do it.
I can hear he wants to do it. He's got data.
What
You know,
happened was
the only thing, and there's really nothing of note there except Neon Genesis
Is up higher?
Evangelion. It dropped out.
Oh, well, at least
So-
we have a movie that we wouldn't have had otherwise if you had to make the program. That's the first
thank
one.
God, huh?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Some people must have seen that and you're like, fuck this anime.
Oh,
I mean,
bullshit.
No.
I'm glad that you had an off week, John, because I mean, tracking all this data is a fucking nightmare. Doesn't even mean
Actually,
you.
What does
that
it
would've
pop
been-
out?
it would've
Does it
been
pop
fun
out
to
to you
watch
as
'cause it's crazy.
different, or do you have to scan all the entries and stuff with your eyes?
What?
He has to
No,
scan.
no, I
He gets a
wrote code.
report.
I wrote code to do this.
Yeah,
No,
he
So
has
the
a
code,
report.
the code
He
pops
has a
out the
report.
one title that dropped off.
Yeah, it tells me which ones, and I can take any list and it'll
Here's your
compare and tell
report.
me
Yeah.
like what's new, what's old, what's new, what dropped out, and then
It
what,
says
what's
whether or
moving.
not Denny's cool.
Yeah.
It's like, is Denny
No,
cool?
can you write a program to let me know? Because I've been wondering that for a while. It'd be nice
What?
to know.
Oh,
there-
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Wait a minute. Give me a second.
No, Denny's not cool.
Right? No,
I don't hear any
that's what I got.
typing. I don't believe
No.
it. I didn't hear
Yeah.
any typing.
Yeah, I know. It's away from the keyboard. Yeah.
Not cool.
Not
He's
cool.
not cool.
Oh,
No, it's not even
God
that. It
damn
doesn't
it.
even know who you are, Denny.
Let's do it monthly because that way it'll be more impactful. I think if we have like
Yeah.
numerous. Yeah. All right, guys. Talk to you later.
All right. Talk to you later, guys.